Kyle, it must feel like almost going up against your old team, given so many Western Force players playing with the Rebels.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a Melbourne Force side there on the weekend. This weekend, you know, it's going to be a tough battle. You know, they're 2 from 2, and Dave's doing a great job with them down in Melbourne. So looking forward to the challenge.
Just having a look at the way they're playing, can you see that he's really putting some influence on this side?
Definitely, you know, I've seen there's a few similarities of what he's brought over from the Force, but they're playing, you know, Willie Genia is playing well for them, and you know they've got a lot of great players playing well for them, so it's going to be a big challenge for us. I'm looking forward to it.
You started to find some rhythm on the weekend. You know, did you feel as though you were, you know, feeling a little bit more comfortable there?
Oh yeah, and I'm enjoying playing outside Brumbies in that 12th position. Obviously the disappointing result for the team, so for us it's back to the drawing board and reviewing that game. You know, that's not the way we want to play, and that's not the Brumbies standard, so for us it's a good hard look at ourselves and try and better it against the Rebels this weekend.
How important is it to win these games against fellow Australian teams, given the way the conference system works?
Oh yeah, it's definitely important, but I think like all games are important to win. You know, for us especially in this earlier on, you know, to get a few wins early, you know, that definitely sets us up for the season. So for us, this Rebels game is almost like a must-win for us as well, just to really get that ball rolling again.
Christian came off a bit after half-time,
yeah.
replaced by Farinui. Is that going to be sort of a game plan from here on in to use them both roughly equal?
Definitely. I think obviously the tactics behind it's probably up to the coaches. For me, I'm not really involved in that, but I'm sure if you spoke to Dan, he would have a reason behind it. And you know, they both offer great skills and they bring a lot to the game. So to have both of them on the field is just great for the Brumbies.
Talk about it being frustrating, KG. Yeah. A lot of people saying like maybe the mindset wasn't there, which was the worrying part early in the season, or from your point of view, was it just an execution thing, or were the guys switched on? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the boys obviously just weren't delivering with that spark on the weekend, and everyone can see that, and the boys even felt that, you know. So for us, we've got to probably have a look at ourselves and see why we aren't bringing that energy or whatever it is. But you know, there's a lot of drop balls and a lot of errors, and then we probably let that kind of accumulate, and then that kind of influence the way we went from those mistakes, if you know what I mean.
Is that surprising? Like everyone talks about that spark.
Yeah.
You know, the excitement of starting the season. You know, you got the first win. Like, I don't know. Did you just think that would be there, or is it something you have to actively make sure is there?
Oh no, that's Super Rugby is a tough competition, so you're not always going to be on 100% of the time. But you know, if every player delivers on their role, you know, 9 times out of 10 you should get the victory. So for us as a team, we didn't deliver individually on our roles, and that's something we're probably going to look at.
Is it frustrating for the guys? I guess Brumbies score 2 tries to none and still come up empty. Is it frustrating from that aspect as well?
Definitely. I think you can, from a positive perspective, you can look at our defence on the weekend. We let 0 tries in, and you know, it was a great improvement from the week before against the Sunwolves, and that was definitely an area of focus for us that week. So from that point of view, no, that was definitely positive. But yeah, frustrating. You know, we had a couple of more tries held up, and we did score more tries than them. But you know, that's the nature of the game. And at the end of the day, you got to win with more points. And
has discipline been spoken about at all? Is that an issue that's been raised for you guys?
Yeah, we've been talking about that in pre-season as well. There's been a lot of talk from Dan and the coaching staff as to keeping that discipline, and we've had referees come in and ref us during training sessions. So it's definitely there for us. You know, discipline has cost us on the weekend, and something we'll probably improve this weekend.
So how do you handle the loss from a fan perspective then, not to sort of get written off earlier in the season? I know you haven't had the chance to play at home yet. How do you handle that?
Oh, definitely. You know, we review that one, we put it away, and we come back fighting, and we put in a good performance for the Brumbies and the Brumbies fans this weekend, and that's something that the boys guarantee we'll make sure we do, and we'll put our best foot forward and make sure we get that win on the weekend.
I'm not sure who's been playing 12 for them. Has it been Reece?
Yeah, Reece Hodge. Yeah.
How do you view that battle? Because obviously he probably came through at a time where injury sort of halted your Wallabies stuff. He's a tough guy to play against, isn't he? Yeah, definitely great. Reece Hodge is a great player, and he's incumbent Wallaby. So for me, it's a great challenge, and I'm looking forward to. You know, he's a good guy as well off the field. So but I'm sure we'll have a good laugh after the game. But yeah, on the game he's going to be a rival. But you know, he's a good player, and for me, it's probably just focusing on my own game, and the rest will kind of take care of itself. They've got a pretty exciting backline, don't they? Like, I'm not sure how many tries they've scored in the first 2 weeks, but I think it's up around the 10 mark. When they're on song, they're pretty electric. Oh, definitely. They've got a very sharp backline, and their 4-pack again, a great go forward ball. You know, so the likes of Willie Genia and them, they're really getting the guys going. So it's going to be a big challenge for us. We'll review them hard, and we'll make sure that we try and shut them down and shut their backs down.
You guys defended pretty well for that first 26 minutes on the weekend. Is that something you're viewing as an asset?
Yeah, as I said before, you know, the Sunwolves, we weren't up to scratch in our defence, and it was a big work on for us last week, and we thought we brought that on the weekend, so it was definitely positive for us. And then I think if anything, we probably set the benchmark now, and we can't drop behind that benchmark, and, you know, set the Brumbies standard.
I think Dave would have just been coming into head coaching as you were making your decision to come over here, is that right?
Yeah.
Did he, I don't know, talk to you about trying to get you to stay over in Perth or anything like that, or what did you make of his coaching style when you were at the Force?
I really enjoyed, I think for the last 3 games, and when Dave was head coach, I really enjoyed his coaching style and what he did with the team, you know, and you can see he did a great job with the Force last year, and so far he's done a really great job with the Melbourne Rebels, so, you know, really enjoyed his coaching style, and I'm sure he'll have a few tricks up his sleeve on the weekend.
Tim just kind of touched on it, but we saw a nice moment on the weekend when Christian was coming off Aiden Telegame, gave him a bit of a hug when he was coming off. Would there be a bit of you with the boys, a bit of a reunion on the field with all the Western Force boys?
Probably not on the field, but definitely after the game, I'm sure we'll have a good laugh and good catch up.